Eurovision in ALTa.
You're in Liverpool. How is it?
Everything's good, actually. This is our fourth day. We had our first rehearsal on Sunday, which was the day after that we arrived. Obviously, we started the work immediately. It's good to be here and just focus on the fact that we're about to do the journey. I mean, and the fact that we've been waiting for it so long, but all of a sudden now we're here. We can just focus on it and be fully just have it immersed in the experience, basically.
Is it the first time you're there, actually, in Liverpool? Or had you been there?
For me, yes, but the rest of the band, no.
Second time for me, 1,000 time for John.
It's
I don't.
a very big contest. How do you feel representing your country?
We're obviously very proud to be here in this situation and to have our country's flag on our chests doing so. Obviously having so many people from our country support the cause, you know, and having such an overwhelming turnout for the public vote in Malta, it really was a humbling moment for us where we looked at each other and we said, wow, guys, it's actually happening. Our hard work is being rewarded and the Maltese public is behind us, supporting us, calling us a breath of fresh air. It's even talking about us, the hairs on the back of my neck start to go up, you know, I start to get goosebumps. It's a feeling you can't really put into words, you know, but what I can put into words is we're really going to make our country proud somehow, way or another, you know. We're going to work really hard. We're going to continue working hard, and we always have our country, our mother country, in our hearts and in our minds.
Yes, and you'll always have fans from other countries. I'm a big fan, actually. So, like you said, Sunday you had your first rehearsal on the stage. Was it like very different from your usual performing places, or?
As a stage, obviously, it pays respect to how big the stadium is. Obviously, once the whole stadium is, it is slightly overwhelmed. The overwhelming feeling of fear. The excitement is that all these people are going to have their full attention on you for those 3 minutes, where you are able to give the best show possible, which is our main goal at the moment. I did enjoy the fact that how it is set up, it's very similar to our national. So there's obviously the stage and then there's the catwalk, which more or less is similar size. We're practicing in a studio and not on a stage. Coming onto a stage is just about relocating and being spatial awareness, kind of trying to find your way around the stage, around the props, as maybe you can see that we have a lot of props on stage. So it was just about familiarizing ourselves with the new staging.
Can we expect any surprises in your performance?
This is a very good question. I mean, at the moment, some stuff and maybe, okay, let's, for example, say, listen, we can add something new here, you know? So it's a learning progress at the end of the day. So these rehearsals are serving their purpose, obviously, because we get to see it, we get to see where we can change, where we can improve, what things can change. So what we can say is that up to the semi-final, they might not be finalized yet. So you might see something new during our semi-final performance.
Okay, social anxiety at parties. The dark theme, it has a lot of dynamics. Is there personal connection here, or is it just from an outsider perspective?
No, it's definitely something that we experienced and experienced. I think whenever we are in a place where we're not familiar with, or that people around us are not as familiar, we do feel that level of social anxiety. But most time that it was felt, it was that after COVID and lockdown times, pretending that nothing happened and going back to social settings was hard. A lot of people expected us to just act normal and be as we were. That we found it very difficult, we have to admit. So the song, yes, has a dark theme, but also it's a celebration of taking care of yourself and making sure that whenever you feel uncomfortable, you take yourself out of that situation and put yourself in a situation where you feel more you. The sweater represents the feeling of embodying your skin and taking care of yourself and paying respect to what your emotions are telling you. So we just want to make sure that people understand that you can have fun either way, even if you're not enjoying the party, which a lot of people might be enjoying. You might enjoy it a different way with your own friends, listening to songs that you know, wearing whatever you want, and just be yourself, basically. Just do you.
We all feel better in our sweaters. So was the funky, happy vibe an idea from the beginning, or did it happen like in the middle? Somewhere in the creative process?
The production actually happened before the vocal melody. So the instrumentation determined where the song was going. Which is just a different way of songwriting in a way. So once we had the production, which is kind of funky, there's a saxophone and everything's moving towards a groovy song, we felt that we need to pay respect to the fact that it is such a good feel-good track, to the point where we said, okay, what can represent us but still is related to dancing, you know? We're not ones to just break a move in a club. We're just, so we said, okay, where do we feel comfortable most dancing? And most of us is just on our own. So
The shower.
yeah, so that's where the idea came from, to propose our own party.
Yeah. Did you take any inspiration from specific artists or contestants from former editions for your performance, or did you try to be completely original?
I think we tried to be completely original.
I think we didn't take much inspiration from others. We didn't try to be original in a way. We didn't like say, oh no, we have to be different. In a way, we just wanted to represent ourselves the best way possible, you know. And what we wanted to create was a memorable performance, you know. And as Sean pointed out this morning, I think we just wanted to put as much creativity and art in 3 minutes.
Mind you, I pointed out something he said in a previous interview, so that was David, okay?
Yeah, so I was like, we just wanted to saturate the level of creativity as much as possible to represent ourselves as much as possible. Because in every move that we're making, there's a thought behind it, you know, there's a thought behind this choreography, there's a thought behind the hay weight. Like, every move that we make is well thought out in a way, to the point where we just wanted to have significance.
What about the cardboard cutouts? Because I did notice them. What's the story behind that? Like,
so the cardboard cutouts, it was Dave's idea. Basically, what we wanted to portray with them was sort of like we are inviting past winners or participants from the Malta Eurovision Song Contest into our own party. So it's sort of like a tribute, you know, to previous winners, and we pay our respects to them because obviously they all did an amazing job with their performance, and sort of it was us inviting them over to our own party, and sort of we are feeling part of this clique, you know, of past Eurovision, Malta Eurovision winners.
your band has a history. You've been here since 2012. You have released songs. You have your own fans. You won Best Album of the Year. Was Eurovision the next logical step for you? Was this planned? Was it a moment like, let's do it?
So the Eurovision discussions started out two years ago. We were about to perform at a private event, and they sort of said to me, like, what do you think if we participate in the Eurovision Song Contest? And I think I instantly said yes. Personally, I don't think there should be any limitation when it comes to promote your own music. So I always believe that you have to perform everywhere, ideally, and because in that way you get to attract new audience. And Eurovision being in Malta, it's definitely the biggest music platform that we have. We get a lot of viewership, and there are a lot of fans. But even internationally, we see Eurovision as constantly growing, and giving new opportunities to artists, not only for Eurovision, but even after Eurovision, you get to see a lot of artists. They continue their career in music, they tour the world, continue to release music, and I think it was our intention to use the platform as a new way to distribute our music, and because obviously before, every time we release music, it was always the same process. Okay, you upload it on streaming channels, and then you do radio interviews and press interviews, and release a music video, and then that's it. With Eurovision, we wanted to use it as a platform to gain new followers and more exposure to our song, which we found it so far to be a successful recipe, and we are happy with how Dance Our Own Party is getting recognized by lots of people. We're about to hit for the first time our million stream on Spotify, which again it's a big achievement for us from a country of 400,000 people as a population, so yeah.
It's absolutely amazing for you. Actually, you've been here since the origin of the Busker. Did you know it was gonna hit this much success?
I always had a bit of a feeling. To be honest with you, I always wanted to work with ambitious people and goal-oriented. As in, I did not want to use the band as a hobby or as a part-time thing. Sort of, I always wanted to make it the center of everything in my life. And thank God, these two gentlemen from over here, they shared the same ambition as myself. So I consider myself very lucky to play music with them, and it's something amazing, because unfortunately in the music industry, along the way, lots of people leave. There is a particular line which I really like, which says, "Ambition makes you look pretty ugly," and I believe in it. But until you meet the right people to work with, and thank God we're not just music colleagues; we are also best friends. So again, that helps us to be more comfortable in the way how we present our music, our healthy relationship. And again, that's part of the recipe for success, in my opinion.
You're doing what you love with the people you love. We're dancing to your song. Are you dancing to any other Eurovision songs from this year?
No.
Oh man, I'm in love with good stuff, guys. I can't help it, but Because of You is probably my favorite song from the Eurovision in the past couple of years.
And it's infectious, and Sean,
such power, man.
every time Sean puts it on, we'll just see us, and the world's got me going crazy.
The finger.
Your own dance party.
About Portugal.
We love Mimic It. I don't know if we had the opportunity to go through our socials, but we did a lot of content with her. And she was always nice with us.
And she's very honest. Like, we even after the London pre-party, she was with us on the bus, and we were talking about Eurovision and her experience. Like, she was always open and welcomed us with open arms whenever we had an idea about our content or whatever. And she was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And by the end of it, we promised her a party hat, which we managed to deliver. And every time she was like, "Where's my party hat?" And I was like,
There you go, man.
And she was nice, because at first I gave her the party hat, but then we had to take it back from her because we wanted to do some content with it. But we gave her back the party hat, and again.
So we delivered on our promise.
On our promise, yes. I hope she still had it though.
Probably.
Okay, you're amazing. Thank you so much for this interview.
Thank you, guys.
As a fan, as a content creator, it's absolutely amazing to be talking to you. You're amazing artists. You look like you're amazing people.
I love your music.
I love you. Martin, I love you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
And good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.